guys, welcome back to Sip Happens. We wish you a very happy Diwali. I'm Ishita,
I'm Aditi.
And Pranshi.
and as we celebrate Diwali this year, and Diwali symbolizes the win of good over evil, we want to talk about a lot of evils that still exist in our mindset, and hate comments being one of them. And specifically, the hate comments that are directed towards women and the LGBTQ community have taken over the internet. And today, we're going to talk about it. So let's get into this episode.
So, guys, why these hate comments? Because I feel it is easier for people to hate something which they cannot control or which is not, in their opinion, the right thing. And when we talk about women and LGBTQ plus community, I think this triggers a lot of the people in the society because it somewhere challenges the traditional power dynamics of the society. Like when we talk about questions of sensitivity, gender neutrality, gender equality, and stuff like that, I think it makes a lot of the people uncomfortable. So they do not want to talk about it. And then they'll shut down the voices who are actually talking something about it. And then they'll call us woke. Like,
Yeah, I think, and also with this age of internet, I think it's easier to show hate because, every time you see, like, you go to a page of any influencer, a woman, a trans woman, a transgender for that matter, people have like write specific hate on the in the comment section. And I feel, just because they know that the other person cannot do anything about it, it's easier for them to just write a comment. They don't even put any mind to it before writing all the shit that they write. And it's very easy, being anonymous on the internet and just saying shit. And as you said, I feel, that also the fact that it challenges anybody who is just coming out and speaking for themselves, it actually makes people insecure. And specifically, if you look at the from the perspective of hate comments towards women, it is always a man who says shit, and then there are other, it gets piled up and other men join in there. I feel because, again, insecurity. And if a girl is like voicing her opinions about anything that's going wrong, men feel that their power is in danger.
yeah, society loves women who are polite and who agree with everything. But the moment a woman starts voicing her concerns or putting her opinions on the table, the society starts labeling them as problematic, angry, or, she is just like that. And I think that is the problem.
True.
Yeah. And I also feel, there is a new trend that, even the problem with the society is that even, if you ignore all the hate, you just don't reply back, they, they get triggered again, and then they start labeling your behavior as a fatherless behavior, which is very trending on the internet
Hmm.
right now. So they want you to react to what they are saying, but if you say something, then they're gonna get back and say some shit again to you. And if you ignore, they're not okay with that. So it's really problematic to understand, like, what do they expect of us. And honestly, the moment you say something in this society, oh my god, you are the problematic one. Because I think that is one evil that is still in our mindset, that women should not speak.
True. And what's wild is that this is not just random trolling. There has been a pattern, like a study by Amnesty International. It has shown that women and gender minority creators, they face way more abuse online, especially if they are outspoken or confident. So when people, majority, they see that a woman leads a debate or a trans person, they get love on Instagram, it shakes that old social hierarchy. And suddenly the people, society told to stay quiet are trending. So, and I think so that's what feels threatening to the fragile egos out there. And but apart from this, there's one more thing that we don't discuss enough, is that some of this hate comes from women themselves. And it sounds really shocking, but it's real because if we scroll through any comment section under a female celebrity's post, and you'll often find that women tearing down other women, like she's so fake, too much makeup, trying too hard, attention seeker, and whatnot. But why is that happening? Because mostly we have seen that societies for generations they have taught us as women to like compete from other women rather than to connect or like rather than to appreciate what the other women are doing out there. And we are being raised and we are raised in a cultures that tell us that there's limited space for women at the top. So when one shines, what happens is that other women they feel threatened instead of being inspired, and so they end up spreading hate amongst the community. And yeah, so I think so. What IOG guys takes on this?
Bro, I think that's very true. Because what you said, just because that rests in our heads that, there's limited space for women. So if one person is doing better, it actually makes the other person insecure. Oh my God. Now, our problem is, as a woman, our problem is that we think that just because the other person has done absolutely amazing in their life, career, we cannot do it. So just because we think that we are fighting for that one spot, but I think it should be
True.
the other way around. I think we should get inspired by people who are actually doing amazing and learn things from them and actually try to inculcate in our lives so that we can
Hmm.
actually be better than them for that matter, and instead of getting insecure. And I think that this is something that comes out of insecurity, like we
Hmm.
ourselves are not confident in ourselves, and if there we see other person expressing themselves through fashion, makeup, whatever, and if that is a deep desire that we also want to do it but somehow we are unable to do it, that is when we start hating that person.
Hmm. And frankly, like if we take examples of so many stand-up comedians like Uruj Ashfaq, like she gets targeted for like not for her jokes, but for because she comments upon men. So she gets targeted. And there's this trans creator named Sushant Divachkar, if you guys know. So constantly he faces transphobic hate despite being incredibly talented.
I also want to add one thing, like society's biasness. If you see a male influencer and he's talking about some social issues, often in his comment section, you'll find people saying, wow, he's so progressive and that's so right. And if women talk about the same issue, you'll find comments saying, oh, woke feminism, aa gayi feminism dikhane again. And I think that is so wrong. Like, it's just like,
आपकी जगह किचन में है.
and also it's like the same topic, different chromosomes and getting different reactions. So that is so weird.
Yeah,
Yep.
bro, that's it. You said that there are people who say that, you are so progressive and all of that. But then also you see in the comment section that there are people like, Bada Aya, feminist, banne wal. I mean,
Yeah, people get
men
bullied for taking
hate
stand
other,
for women.
yeah, men hate other men
Yeah.
who actually want to change, spread the awareness, be feminist.
I was talking to a friend of a friend, and they're from the queer community. And, that person said one line, and it kind of stayed with me like, people don't hate us because we're different. They hate us because we are confident in being different than others.
Yeah. So I think so. It's also about it's not about opinions. Like all these hate comments are about insecurities. Like people hate what they secretly fear, like confidence or for that matter, visibility or freedom. So when someone online has that thing and they don't, the easiest response they get is that they'll just go and comment something on their profiles, and it basically shows the emotional displacement instead of going to a therapy, like just go to the Instagram comments.
Yeah.
For that matter.
There was a news few years ago where in some country there was this member of the parliament. He was a man and he was carrying his baby like across his ticket. And people were like so empathetic ki, wow, he's doing two jobs at the same time, being a father and working for the country. And cut to there was another video for women doing the same. And people were actually judging and saying ki now she wants to she's using the vote bank, sympathy bank, that she has so much to do. And I mean, this is the hypocrisy of society.
So I think so that society conditioning ही वैसी हुई है, and society's conditioning it definitely plays a role. For years, like men have been told to speak and women have been told to adjust, and trans people for that matter, they have been told to like stay invisible only. So social media basically suddenly flipped that, and men and people out there can't process it.
Yeah, if you also talk about social media, I feel कि जो हमारा algorithm है, it amplifies hate. Like if you post a video which is informative, you'll get like 10 likes. And the moment you post something which is controversial, there'll be like thousands of comments, and some old uncle in the comment section will comment about the decay of, traditional values and stuff like that. Like, bro, nobody asked for your opinion. But that is the problem, with the echo chambers and the filter bubble. We are shown content, what we consume. Like, if you are consuming a content which is about patriarchy, you'll repeatedly get those like contents on your algorithm. So I think social media also plays a big role in this.
Yeah, and I think, bro, I feel that, hate comments, when we talk about them in context of women and transgender, I think at this point, honestly, the transgender community people who have just come out and spoken about their rights and like just are so confident, are making money, I think they're doing so much better. And I think that is what is, triggering the toxic masculinity for that matter. Because honestly, men cannot take somebody doing better than them in terms of career. Because of course I will not blame them, but for the longest time that has been prevalent in a society, that men have only
Right.
done one thing, and that is chasing money, doing job. Okay, I appreciate that they took so much responsibility of families and everything. But now, since times are changing and the women, and in fact the transgender community is at the equal level, everybody is making their own money. Now suddenly, I feel it is becoming so tough for men to stand out, because the only way that they stood out for the longest time in this society was they were the bread earners, sorry. Now that's completely changed. The tangent is very different. Everybody is making money for themselves. Now, they are trying to
They
find
feel
space
threatened
for
now.
themselves. Yeah, they're threatened. They're trying to, because they have that sense of entitlement, because the society has conditioned them in that way, that because you are a male by gender, you are the greatest of all creatures. Now, because the things are changing, nobody is accepting that what was prevalent like 10-20 years ago. So now the only way that men think they can stand out is just abusing other people.
So I think so. Let's discuss about the impact of all these trolls on people. People basically they love to say that, oh, it's just trolling, or ignore it and don't take it seriously. But here's the thing that trolling, it isn't harmless, but it also is not random fun. It is basically targeted bullying, which is dressed up as sarcasm. And the impact is, it also kind of goes way beyond the screen. Let's start with mental health. Constant trolling, it leads to anxiety, it leads to depression, self-doubt. And imagine that, logging every day and seeing that hundreds of people are mocking your face, they're mocking your gender, your voice. And definitely it affects people, and they eventually start censoring themselves. And this is the quiet tragedy of online hate. Like, it silences people, especially the women and the trans creators who are already fighting for the space in real life. And when they finally claim that space online, trolls, they always make them feel like they don't deserve it. And it's not just any emotional damage, it also affects careers. Like, many creators, especially women, who they have started, like, when they face such hate rate towards them, they stop sharing their opinions, they stop sharing their thoughts or personal milestones, because they know that they will be targeted for the same. And yeah, so what are your guys' views on the same?
I feel hate comments on some level, they are a part of psychological warfare. Like, they play with your mind, They can be there can be two consequences of commenting something like hateful. First, they'll grow a thick skin. They won't care about it. They'll not reply. They'll ignore you. They'll block you. And second, it will affect you in a way like if you have 100 good comments and one bad comment, someone like, if someone comments like high attention mangri or something like that, deep down, it will pinpoint you thinking that what wrong did I say, or how this thing came, how am I seeking attention? I'm just saying something which is true or something like that. So I think either way that's not good. Like, if you go silent and if you don't talk about it, you develop a thick skin and you're like कि लोगों का तो काम है बोलेंगे. But I think deep down it still triggers you. And in the second case, when I think in both of these cases it affects your mental psychological health, and that is not right.
Yeah, I think that also at some level it shakes up a person's confidence because, as Aditi said, there are people who are trying to actually, sorry, people are actually fighting to claim a space. People are actually trying to get accepted in a society, which at the first place is really hilarious because this society is meant for everybody. But there is still a segment of people who are actually not accepted by the society, and they want to get accepted because eventually, even when say that, okay, if you're so confident, why do you have to get accepted? But I think as a part of the society, everybody at some level wants it. But when you constantly show hate towards them, they feel that they don't belong here, and they have nowhere else to go because of course they're a part of the society. So sometimes it turns into a disaster. Some people end up taking their own life, and it also shakes up a person confidence. Like, they think they do not belong here, they silence themselves, shut off, and of course it affects the mental health.
Yeah, and the irony is like the most of the people like who spread these hates, they hide behind fake accounts, like no real names, there's no faces, just anger. But for the person who are on the receiving end, the impact is real. Like they face a lot of stuff.
I feel like hate has been normalized to a large extent. Like, if you see an influencer or person who's famous and you see their comment section, and you'll be shocked if you don't find a hate comment because people have normalized it. I think it's the new normal. Like, कि जब तक मैं कुछ बुरा नहीं बोलूंगा, how will I get highlighted? Because often you see these people with a large number of followers. If someone comments something which is wrong, they'll put a screenshot of this comment, and I think in their mind they think, चलो at least मैं famous तो हो रहा हूँ, but that is so wrong. Like, I would highly suggest people that before going and commenting something wrong, try being self-aware, because I think therapy is not free.
Yeah, and also I think it's more about the fact that, okay, you are commenting. Cool, but why are you commenting? That is a question. And I know for the lot of people who do that, they themselves might not know that why they're commenting, abusing for no reason. So I think, I don't want to school people that, don't do this, don't do that. But I'm saying that for your own good sake, at least try to find out what's wrong with you. Like, so
Like
that
for
you
them, it's
keep
fun.
peace,
Like
bro.
it's fun for them to comment upon any random person's profile. But if the same thing will happen to someone they know personally or within their family, then they will not like it or they won't take it.
Then they'll
So
start the moral policing, no?
this is something very
That's hypocrisy, bro. I mean, they want to show hate to everybody, but the moment somebody shows hate to them, oh my God, that's a problem then. But they have the right to do it. I don't know who gave them that right, also.
There's this quote which goes like, कि if you cannot say something good, try not saying anything at all. Because
right.
don't say bad if you do not have anything nice to say to people.
Yeah, and even if you have to critique someone, that should be a constructive criticism. You can either
Yeah,
help
exactly.
or go. Just don't pull them down.
And every hate comment cannot be named or disguised as ki, oh, that was just a sarcasm or that was just a fun comment. Take it as a fun comment. No, that's not the case always. Like, dude, chill out.
Yeah,
Even on our podcast, we see people making fake accounts and like commenting things. If you have the guts, why not do it with the real ID? We'll be more than happy to engage with you.
Yeah.
But how would you guys like react if something, say, somebody is spreading hate on your profiles for that matter or commenting shit?
I mean, I have two reactions to everything. It's either a very bad reaction where I would indulge in a hot argument and I will not rest until I just make that person say sorry. My second reaction right now is like, bro, if you want to show hate towards me and that's making you happy, I mean, I'm happy in your happiness. Like, I live for your happiness. If you are happy, okay. Anyways, I don't care, I'm confident enough to not look at myself through your lens. So that's okay. If you are happy, okay, be happy.
Yeah, it's like if that makes you sleep better, have a good night's sleep.
I used to be someone who used to overthink a lot of things that were said to me. So I used to react to each of them, pinpointing them and telling them, no, you're wrong in this aspect and blah, blah, blah. But recently I've realized that peace is overrated, and if someone is hampering my peace, I just block them. Like, you go
No,
to the block list.
sometimes people
Underrated.
are so annoying that you will like waste your time even justifying yourself.
Exactly. Point.
By listening to what they say, you'll be like, "Ki, okay, like fine, we agree to whatever you say," because there is no explanation. You cannot give any explanation to whatever they say. So like we are like, I am to like be okay, fine, you be happy, I am happy. जो
Some
बोलना है
people
बोलो.
cannot be schooled, So if you
Because
school them, bro, I'm like, may your thoughts rest in peace. That's my new normal. May your thoughts rest in peace.
for these people it is easy to live with ignorance.
Okay, guys, with this, we conclude our today's episode. Please be kind to each other. Anybody who's watching our episode, we suggest you to tell other people also that they should be kind towards other people and not spread hate on internet or anywhere, because that actually takes a mental toll on the person who is on the receiving end. So this
Yep.
Diwali, it's a good way to just move past the hate and spread happiness. Yeah, and also
Totally
to
agree.
everybody who has subscribed to our channel, thank you. That's a Diwali gift from your side, because it takes a lot of effort to make one episode, and we always try to bring up something important or try to create awareness about something. And anybody and everybody who is watching, commenting, and showing love and hate at the same time, we are so thankful to you. So keep subscribing to our channel. Bye bye. Happy Diwali, guys.
Happy Diwali, guys. Have fun. Have a safe Diwali.
Bye, guys.